welcome to the second part of Mathematics Made Easy under construction under locus. So we're looking at yet again another 2025 past paper. We're looking at question 6 of 2025. So in this case, we're told to construct a triangle PQR in which PQ is 8 centimeters, angle QPR is 50 centimeters, and angle PQR is 70 degrees rather. Okay, now what do you need? Once again, you need a compass, you need a protractor, you need a ruler. Of course, on your compass, you're supposed to have a pencil, but for the sake of visibility, once again, we're going to use a pen so that our work can be visible. You need 2 pencils, well-sharpened pencils, so that you can erase in case you make an error. Well, let's have things underway. The first question there mentions to say we are supposed to construct the triangle PQR in which PQ is 8 centimeters. So this is a ruler where we can get the measurement for that particular length. So here we go. So we have a P to Q from here up to here. We've been told it's supposed to be 8 centimeters. It's supposed to be 8 centimeters. So this is PQ. This is PQ and it is 8 centimeters, just like that. The next part there says QPR. So if we are told QPR, we only concentrate on the angle that is in between, the letter that is in between, which is P. So in this case, since it's an angle and it's measured in degrees, we're going to use a protractor to find the 50 degrees at P. So we put it there at P, ensure that this is in line with the point, and then this line is straight with the line that is of concern. So we have this angle, this line rather, that we're following. We're trying to make 50 degrees. So we'll count from 0. We cannot start counting from 180. We count from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So this is the line for 50 all the way up to here. We put a point. We put a point. Then we just make a mark. We make a mark. We make a mark. Remember, I said you need to use a ruler so that you don't make mistakes. So I'm not going to extend it further, but in case they don't meet, I'll come and continue it all onwards. Then the next part they are mentioned to say the angle at Q, because that's this letter that is in between. The angle at Q is supposed to be 70, so we'll still use this one, but it's supposed to be at Q here. So we'll put it there. Make sure that the adjacent line is actually straight. So we have that. And then this point is supposed to be exactly where the point Q is rather. So let's make this angle at 70. So it's 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 is here. So this line is 70. By the way, like I said, if you are following a line, that's where you start measuring from. Then you cannot start from 180, which is inside. You always start from a 0. So since we're following this line, we'll start from a 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. You just make a mark and then you connect from Q going all the way to this line. So they will meet at some point. Where they are meeting, that is PQ, and this is where R will lie. So this is our triangle. We are done with the triangle. We are given this as a 50 degrees. We have done that one. We are given this one as a 70 degrees. So we have also measured the 70 degrees there at Q and the 50 degrees at P respectively. We move on to the B part. The B part there mentions to say we measure and write the length of PR. We write the length of P going to R. You just use a ruler because that is about length. So ensure that the 0 is at this point. Since it's length, the 0 is there. So if you notice, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5. This is 8.1.2.3.4.5. That is 8.5 centimeters. So you can actually indicate this is part B, and we've been told to measure PR as 8.5 centimeters, just like that. We move on to the C part. The C part there mentions to say within triangle PQR, within this triangle, we draw the locus of points which are 3 centimeters from PQ. From P and Q, 3 centimeters. We'll use the ruler to get our 3 centimeters. We use our ruler to get our 3 centimeters. There we go. Since it's about PQ, we go to P and Q. Let's start from P. We make an arc. We also go to Q. We go to Q. We make an arc. Then at that point, we just connect the 2 arcs to give us 3 centimeters from P and Q. There we go. So we know to say from here to here it's 3 centimeters. From here to here it's 3 centimeters. 3 centimeters in that order. We are done. We go on to the next part. It's 6 centimeters from R. 6 centimeters from R. This is our R. We are trying to make 6 centimeters there. So we use a ruler to come up with 6 centimeters also. 6 centimeters. There we go. This is our 6 centimeters. This is our 6 centimeters. Since it's from R, we go to R. We go to R. R is this guy. We're going to make 6 centimeters. It's within the triangle. So that is 6 centimeters. That is 6 centimeters. So we know from here to here, it's 6, 6, 6, 6. Just like that. Then, moving on, you've been told you make equidistance of P and Q. So now this one, when we are given 2 individual letters, P and Q, there's nothing that is common between the two. It's just P and Q. So, but there's a line between P and Q. That's what you're going to do. So PQ, it's this one. You need to bisect this line. Now, how do you bisect a line? You go to one point. You can start with any point. You can start from P or from Q. It's okay. So all you're going to do is to open it more than half. Any reasonable half. I know I've already bypassed half. You make an arc on top and an arc at the bottom. You also go on the other side. You make an arc on top and an arc at the bottom. So you're going to find that the two are going to they are going to cross. The arcs are going to cross. So where the lines are meeting, where the arcs are crossing or meeting, you're just going to draw a straight line. But since we've been told, we've been guided, no, within the triangle, so we're just going to measure within the triangle. But the line is supposed to go all the way up to here to bisect this line. I hope we are okay. We are going to only measure inside. Why? It's because the question specifically said you're supposed to have these markings inside. This was just to guide us where the middle part of this line is. So this is just the middle part of line P and Q. That is about question 3, and it is giving us 2 marks. Now, the last part is always about what you have done. It says a point L within the triangle PQR is such that it is less than or equal to 3. That's the first idea. It is less than or equal to 3. So, less than meaning it is below these markings that we had made earlier on. The two markings that we had made earlier on, so it is below. That is one clue that we've been given. So it's down here. It's down here. Apart from that, we've been told it is less than or equal to 6 centimeters from R. 6 centimeters or R. So 6 centimeters, it's this one. So since it's less than, it's supposed to be up there. But this is the demarcation. So meaning it is just in this area here. It is in this area here. Then we've been told also to say it is actually nearer to P. It is nearer to P than to Q. So it is more to the P part than to the Q part. And what is dividing it? It's this line. It's in between. So it's just somewhere here. It's just somewhere here. It is supposed to be in this line going upward. It's not supposed to pass through this line. And then it's supposed to be this side. So this is the area that we are talking about. So by shading, this is how we're going to shade. And then we indicate the region where it must lie, which is L. Just like that. I hope this has been helpful and enjoyable at the same time. Please construct and enjoy your mathematics.